Nikola Tesla, the man, the myth, the walking electric eel in a three-piece suit. You've probably heard of him. He's that eccentric wizard of science who gave us alternating current wireless communication and enough memes to power Reddit until the sun explodes. But here's the real question, folks. Did Nikola Tesla invent a Deathray? A weapon so powerful it could vaporize enemies, knock planes out of the sky, and ruin Thanksgiving from across the street? According to some conspiracy theorists, and by some, I mean all of them, yes. Yes, he did. Let's take a shocking journey back to the early 1900s. Tesla, now in his late career, was broke, slightly bonkers, and living in a New York hotel room surrounded by pigeons and unpaid room service bills. And somewhere in the mix, he began talking about a teleforce weapon, a particle beam cannon that could shoot down enemy aircraft from hundreds of miles away using electrically charged death particles. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, that's because it was. But Tesla didn't call it a death ray. No. He was a classy man. He called it the peace ray, because apparently nothing says world peace like frying an entire battalion into smoked brisket at the speed of light. In 1934, Tesla told the press his invention could bring an end to all wars, because everyone would be too terrified to leave the house, which, let's be honest, sounds less like utopia and more like 2020. Now here's where it gets juicy. Tesla claimed he pitched the weapon to multiple governments, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union. The US military said, "No thanks, old man." The Soviets said, interesting, comrade," and the British probably just muttered something about tea and politely escorted him off the premises. But when Tesla died in 1943, alone, broke, and full of mysterious knowledge, the US government swooped in faster than you can say classified. The FBI seized all his belongings and handed them over to a mysterious office known as the Office of Alien Property. Yes, that's real. That's the actual name. And I'm sorry, if the Office of Alien Property isn't suspicious, then I don't know what is. What exactly were they expecting to find? An unpaid light bill from Mars. The seized documents were reviewed by a guy named Dr. John G. Trump, an electrical engineer who just so happened to be the uncle of a future US president with weird hair. Small world. Dr. Trump claimed there was nothing of practical value in Tesla's papers, just some scribbles, some calculations, and 47 pages explaining how pigeons are the true heirs to the throne of Atlantis. But conspiracy theorists say otherwise. They say the government did find plans for the Deathray, and that it was buried, hidden, or quietly developed into one of the hundreds of modern weapons systems we have today. Some say the Soviets tried to recreate it. Others believe the US tested it on things like weather control, space defense, or that time your microwave made sparks and you just stared at it like a confused ape. Some even think Tesla didn't invent it at all, but reverse engineered it from alien technology recovered in 1899 during one of his mysterious experiments in Colorado Springs. You know, the one where he supposedly contacted Mars. Because obviously when you hear weird static in your headphones, it's not a wiring issue. It's Martians calling collect. So, conspiracy or fact? Was Tesla a genius whose true potential was stolen by shadowy government goons? Or was he just a lonely genius muttering to birds while inventing things that only worked inside his head? I don't have the answer, folks. I still can't figure out how to use Bluetooth without screaming, but I do know this. If you ever see a pigeon aiming a laser at you, it's already too late.